I want to know what the hell these centrist Democrats think they're bringing to the conversation. It's really perplexing to me. I'm not the first one to make this point, but the question needs to be asked. Like, what are they doing? I was arguing with some jack off on Twitter today, which is always a bad idea. But this guy's a says he's a liberal and he's going after the Bernie crats and all this, and and the guy is arguing against single payer and against Bernie's Medicare for All bill, and starts like reflexively defending the ACA. But nobody he was arguing with was saying we should dismantle the ACA without a replacement. We want to replace with something better, more liberal. And this guy's, talking about how, oh, this is the myth of the Republican propaganda. If it wasn't for Republican obstruction, the ACA would do better than it did, and all this. And that's true. That's all true, obviously. But I told the guy, you're facing the wrong direction. Like, why are you arguing? Like, what can a centrist Democrat or a Democrat who's adamantly opposed to leftist ideology, what do they have to offer that isn't offered by the right wing? I mean, just go be a moderate Republican then. If any of you are familiar with Thomas Frank's book, Listen Liberal, he talks about how the sort of Clintonite Democrats, the establishment Democrats, for lack of a better term, love complexity for its own sake. That their solutions are supposed to be highly technocratic and highly sort of nuanced and overly complicated, and that for its own sake, that there's a merit in that's like seen as sophisticated and mature, and you can't just have simple solutions like collect the tax, pool the money, pay Medicare. Obviously it is more complicated than what I just described. But this guy seemed to parrot that exact point, and this point's been made on Chapo and other, leftists in other leftist circles. But this guy was saying this exact thing, that the ACA is so great because you do this and you do this, and then this covers these type of people, and this covers this type of people, and it's like, dude, just you can tear all that shit down and just say, if you're a citizen, we'll get you health care. We'll find the money. We always find the money. Find the money for all kinds of shit. It's about priorities. Some of you may be aware Bernie Sanders is going to be on a live debate with these jackasses who are proposing this new Republican bill on, I want to say CNN, but Google it. And I'm a little concerned. I think that there's a risk that Bernie is going to get into sort of his lofty rhetoric about, I believe every American deserves health care. And then they're going to say, okay, but they're going to hit him with numbers, and I'm worried. And what concerns me is that in these sorts of debates, we don't tend to focus on our values, what we value, our value judgments. You have to come out and say, yes, we are going to tax the rich because the rich don't need the money as much as the poor. I mean, you have to be willing to say that. And Bernie's not that explicitly. And so what you end up with is this impression of, oh, he's got great ideas, but he doesn't really know what he's talking about. And it really concerns me. And this ties back into what I was saying earlier, is like, if you're going to be a centrist Democrat, all you're doing is saying to the people, I have grand ideas, but I don't really know what I'm doing, and you might as well just vote for the Republicans. Of course, I don't believe that's true. And I'm very much in favor of single-payer Medicare for all. It is a superior system to any other system. But I just don't know if Bernie's got the chops for it. We'll see. All right, much love. Bernie 101.